Hey, I'm outside of my town again and walking past the village water tower. These are amazingly simple yet effective structures. You basically build it higher than the buildings around you and the buildings you want to serve. You fill it up with clean water, and then gravity takes over to provide high water pressure to pump it out to everyone who needs it. You know, politics operates in the same way. And we have a great example with the Trump impeachment process, right? Progressives and the left-leaning Democrats put pressure on Speaker Pelosi that eventually rose high enough to create enough pressure on the rest of the Democrats so that they all joined in and brought impeachment proceedings against the president. But there wasn't enough pressure built by the proceedings to allow the Speaker Pelosi to dictate the terms of the trial to the Senate. And now she has relented and will have a vote on Wednesday to send the articles of impeachment over to the Senate. You know, this lack of pressure is also present in the lack of downside movement on the U.S. stock market after the impeachment vote. So it's a good thing to keep in mind. I mean, the water tower analogy can actually be extended to Iran. Iran was putting pressure on the U.S. and its allies by a series of attacks that occurred over a time, from the tanker attacks that were occurring in the Persian Gulf to the attacks on the Saudi oil fields. However, when the U.S. embassy was attacked by Iranian proxies, then the pressure had built up enough for the U.S. to act. And the killing of the Iranian general on Iraqi soil was the outcome. Now, while the initial market reaction was strong, the Iranian counteraction and comments by the foreign ministry showed a measured response to the killing and indicated that they would not directly take on the U.S., which was good news. However, pressure is building again in Iran, and this is due to the Iranian military mistakenly shooting down a passenger jet. Now, this has caused street protests to explode through the country, and we're not quite sure where this is going to end just yet. So what does this mean for the U.S. economy? Well, not much right now, as oil prices remain about $7 below their peak after the U.S. killing, and really very few U.S. businesses are involved in the Middle East except for oil, defense, and aerospace. And for oil, really the big year of change was 2019, when the U.S. ended waivers for the Iranian oil, and that took their exports down from 2 million barrels a day to just 500,000 barrels per day. And this is another reason why the oil markets reversed so quickly, and while it's likely to have a tiny impact on the U.S. economy. Okay, I'm Andy Busch, Economist, moving my clients from chaos to confidence and marveling at how a simple water tower can tell us so much about domestic and international politics.